Hello and welcome to another episode with me, DJ Crypto. Today we're going to be talking about something really important, something that I hope can really assist you and help you in beginning your journey with investing in cryptocurrencies. Today we're going to be talking about how to invest your first $500. So I think $500 is a good benchmark for people to start with for a few different reasons. First of all, you always want to make sure that you're investing in things that are trustworthy and beneficial and safe. And so since this is an investment and a lot of it is speculative that we're going to be talking about, make sure that you are not putting money in that you are dependent on for a living. So don't go, take a loan out on your home. Don't go sell your car or use your last, bit of rent money to invest in this. Make sure that you're putting money in here that you could afford to lose if absolutely necessary. The goal here is to make a lot of money though. So don't let that scare you. Just be aware. Don't put money in if you don't have money to invest. Secondly, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not someone that is going to take responsibility if you lose money. What I'm here for is to share with you knowledge that has benefited me and where I've seen benefits and gains. And so please go out and do your own research, but I'm here to help you and see if I can give you any assistance in how to get started and to get involved in this exciting market so that you can start making money and start building a future for you and your family. All right, so first of all, there are three main strategies in cryptocurrency investing, at least how I see it. All right, so there are three tiers, like I just stated. The first tier, those who are really beginning and learning what cryptocurrency is called buy and hold. So that's something that you can do and you can get involved in. I actually recommend that even if you're doing advanced trading and investing, at least a portion of your money be put into safer coins and ones that have potential to really grow. So buy and hold, that's where you'd buy in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin. We'll talk a little bit about some of those high market cap coins in a bit, and you just hold it. You just let it sit and grow. So as the market grows, your money grows. So that's one way of investing in cryptocurrencies that I think would be a good idea. Next would be exchange trading. So this is the next level of cryptocurrency investing. So what this means is you're going to buy your Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, or whatever your first purchase is. Then you're going to move it to an exchange, and then you get to move money in and out of different coins depending on their performance and what you believe their profitability is going to be. It takes a little more management, a little more research. That's the next level of cryptocurrency investing. And third, we have ICO investing. So ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering. What that means is kind of like an IPO on the stock exchange, right? So you've got a coin that's coming out. A company says, I want this coin in the market. This is my coin. And they're looking for money or investors to help them create their coin. And so they do what's called an ICO, where they put on their webpage and say, hey, we've got a coin coming out, invest in us, and we'll get it to you for really cheap. And then when we put it on the market and it gets on the exchange, as that price goes up, the goal is that you make money, right? You got a lot of their initial coins for real cheap, and now as it goes in the market and the value raises, you've made a lot of money. So you've heard of people becoming millionaires overnight with cryptocurrencies. Generally, that happens in the ICOs. Because they get those coins for a few cents, and then they go up to a few dollars, and they just made 50x profit. And so that is the most advanced level of investing. You really do need to do your research because it's so popular. There are a lot of scams, a lot of fraud going on, and so you really got to do your research and know what you're getting involved in, and make sure that the people that are doing the work and actually making the coin are legitimate and that you can trust them. And so we're going to talk a little bit about each of these investment strategies and how you can implement them and how you can get started. So with your first $500, I'm going to make sure to cover the buy and hold and the exchange and the ICOs just a little bit. And then you decide how you want to invest that. All right? Perfect. All right, we'll move on to our next piece where we're going to talk about if you're going to invest in more than just the buy and hold, what percentages do you put into these to make sure that you are diversified and to make sure that you are safe in the long run, that if something drops, you've got other things to balance that out. All right, let's get started. I wanted to give you an idea of what I do with my investments in cryptocurrencies. So first of all, again, this is money that you're not depending on, but this is how I would move my funds and allot my funds in the cryptocurrency market. Now, you don't have to do all of these. You could do all long-term high market cap coins. But if you're wanting to get involved in, day trading on the cryptocurrency market or ICO investing, and you're going to do the whole gamut, this is what I'd recommend to keep yourself diversified. So first of all, we've got 50% long-term high market cap coins, the first one on the list there. That's going to be anything on the coin market cap list over $2 billion. So that's like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then next, 25% of your investment into ICOs. Those have generally the largest gains, but also a high risk. And so I'd recommend getting involved in 6 to 10 ICOs so that you're diversified in that market, but you've got a decent amount of money to make big gains if those ICOs do well. The 15% of your funds in the short to that should say medium. Let me fix that. There we go. Short to medium term low mid-market cap coins. And so that's 10 to 20 different coins that are in the top 100 list. Now there's a lot of different coins that go down to like $1,000 in their market cap. I wouldn't worry about those. Don't get involved in those unless you've got reason to, because a lot of the times those just die off. And I mean, 90% of the coins, give or take, 90% of them are going to be gone here in a couple of years. It's just like any other market that explodes. You've got a lot of stuff that's not going to last. So I'd recommend sticking to the top 100 list. It'll make sure your money is as safe as it can be if you're investing in the short to medium term or in the low to mid cap coins. And then 10% of your money in the just trading on the market. So if you're going to do day trading, I'd recommend only using 10% of your funds. Generally, unless you're a professional and you've studied it, extensively, you usually break even or lose money day trading. And so, unless you're really good at it or you know exactly what you're doing, I'd limit yourself to about 10% of your money so that you can still get involved in the day-to-day trading, see trends, practice and get involved with how the market works, but don't use all your money. You want to invest it elsewhere that's going to do some long-term productivity for you. So there's how I invest my money. And then every month or every 2 months, I'd recommend going back to your funds and re-allotting it like this so that any gains you've made is going to offset some of those percentages. And so just removing your money back into these percentages. All right, so first of all, you'll need to put money into the market through Coinbase. And so my last couple videos ago, I have a video on exactly how, step by step, how to get your money onto Coinbase, which is purchasing a certain coin, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. And then once you get it on there, then you can move it around as needed. And so I'll put a link down below so that you can get involved in cryptocurrencies. Click on that link and get started and watch that video, and I'll explain to you how to get started in this buy and hold strategy. So first of all, what we've got is I've got pulled up here the coinmarketcap.com. So I want you to take a look. Now at coinmarketcap.com, you've got what each of the coins are valued today. It shows you what the market cap is. So you can see that Bitcoin here is the highest market cap coin. It has almost $70 billion invested into Bitcoin. And so that market cap also gives you an idea of the security of your investment. The more money that's in something, the better chance there is that it's not going anywhere, right? And so when you get invested in the high market cap coins, you have a much more stable investment. There's also less of a ceiling, right? It can't move quite as far as the low market cap coins because there's already so much money invested. That doesn't mean you can't get good movement. Bitcoin's been the highest market cap coin since the dawn of time, and over the last year, it's quadrupled or 5x'd in value. And so it can still go up really quickly, but some of those other lower market cap coins that turn out to do really well can go up a lot faster. And so, first of all, what I'd recommend is that if you're going to buy and hold, you still need to diversify your investment. And so, if you're just planning on, hey, I want to put my first $500 into Bitcoin or into cryptocurrency, and I just want to put it into Coinbase, and I just want to let it sit and ride over time. That's not a bad decision, but what I'd recommend is that Coinbase allows you to purchase 3 different coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. As you can see, what I'd consider a high market cap coin is anything over $2 billion. You can see Bitcoin 70 billion. But Bitcoin is a really good one to hold some of your money in. Ethereum is a really good one at 27 billion. And Bitcoin Cash has been all over the place. I wouldn't personally recommend putting a lot of money into that one, but Ripple's really good and Litecoin are really good. So you can purchase Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin on Coinbase. And so I'd recommend, if you're going to do a buy and hold strategy, to still diversify your funds, and I would buy an equal amount of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Now that's if you're going to do the simplest route with the least amount of management, just buy it on Coinbase and let it sit. Now, I'd recommend using Coinbase for storing this money. The reason I say that, and we'll talk a little bit about wallets in a bit here, but the reason I say that is Coinbase actually insures your funds. So it's one of the very few, if not the only, company that will insure the funds that are invested in their wallets. And so what that means is that if their system gets hacked and the money gets taken out of your wallet, they're insured and you're insured, or they're going to reimburse you anything that was taken. So the way that they can do that is they only keep 2% of the actual funds that are in their banks online. The rest are put into cold storage, which is offline, so it can't be hacked or taken from someone who's not standing right there. And so they have this system to where they can actually insure your funds. So by buying coin, keeping it on Coinbase, it's fairly safe. Again, not guaranteed, but it's about as safe as you're going to get in any online department right now. And once we get to wallets, I'll talk about how you can have your own cold storage or your own offline storage, which is safer. It just is much more technical, a lot more challenging to do. It's not a simple buy online and let it sit. You have to do a little bit of work and understand how it all works before you ever even get it going. All right, so hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that was helpful. If that was a lot of information, rewind and watch it over again. But this is how you do the buy and hold strategy. Now, if you want to invest in other coins that are on these high market caps, you have to move them to an exchange. Coinbase, at the moment of the making of this video, doesn't have Dash or IOTA or NEM or Bitcoin Cash on their website right now. You can only buy the big 3, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So let's move into exchange trading, which is the next step of the next tier of investing. All right, so here we are on Coinbase.com. So again, if you're not sure how to get this or figure it out, click on the link below. I have a video that I'm going to link in the comments below that will walk you through step by step on how to set up your Coinbase account and how to get involved. So once you're logged into your Coinbase account here, you're going to be on the dashboard, and then you'll click on your accounts. There we go. Once you're into your accounts, once you've purchased coins, they'll show up in here. So here you can see I've got $3.72 in Bitcoin on this account, and so I'll use that as an example. And so once you get here, what you're going to want to do is go to your wallet. Now, what a wallet is a wallet is like a regular wallet. It holds money, right? It holds the coin, and so these are just digital wallets. The key piece here is that wallets only send and receive coins from wallets that are the same type of coin. Now that's vital. What that means is that every coin has its own wallet. For example, here's a Litecoin wallet, here's an Ethereum wallet, and here's a US dollars wallet and a Bitcoin wallet. If I were to send Bitcoin from a Bitcoin wallet to a Ethereum wallet, they don't work. And what would happen is the money would disappear. There's no way to recover it or anything. It's gone. And so you've got to make sure, it is vital that you make sure that when you're sending money, that you're sending it from a Bitcoin wallet to a Bitcoin wallet, or from an Ethereum wallet to an Ethereum wallet. And so I can't emphasize that enough. You know, you get trading and moving money around enough, it's just easy to just slip up, select the wrong wallet, and you send money to the wrong place and the money's gone. So just be careful with that. Double check, triple check every single time. All right, so what you're going to do is, first of all, we need to create a wallet to get the money to an exchange. So Coinbase in and of itself is not an exchange. You can't do trading on Coinbase. It's just wallets that hold your money. And so we need to get the money to an exchange where you can actually trade, like the stock market, but very, very simply. You can trade different coins for other coins based on their value. And so what we're going to use is called Bittrex. Bittrex is one of the leading exchanges today, and if you're watching this video later, it may not be there, but I believe it's a secure and safe location to move money. Now, be aware that there are times where exchanges get hacked or things happen, so don't store a huge amount of money on an exchange. That's just asking for trouble, because it's not federally insured. It's not completely safe. So when you're storing money for long term, you want to have it off of an exchange. But when you're trading and moving money around, it's got to be on an exchange to make those transactions. So then we need to go to Bittrex.com. Bittrex.com. We'll move over there right now. So right here is Bittrex.com. You'll set up an account on Bittrex, very similar to any account generation. They do ask for, you can create the account without any personal information really, but if you're going to move money into it and want to pull money out of it, like withdraw it from that wallet and put it back into Coinbase, they do ask for some personal information, like your street address and telephone number, so they can verify who you are and verify the account. And so you can move money onto it and play with money around on it without verifying. But when you want to move money off of Bittrex to actually cash out or move it to Coinbase, a safer location, it is going to require you verifying the account. So be aware of that. Understand the companies that you're going to be verifying your personal information with. I trust Bittrex. And so I'm not too worried about them taking and doing anything with that information that they shouldn't. So once you create an account on Bittrex, now there's hundreds of exchanges that you can get involved with, like Poloniex or Kraken or HIT, BTC. There's all kinds of exchanges. And different exchanges have different coins on them. Bittrex has a large number of coins and a lot of new coins. So that's why I use Bittrex, because it gives me the biggest variety of coins that I can invest in. If there's a certain coin I want, but it's not on Bittrex, you can do a Google search, find what exchange it's on, create an account and a wallet over there, and send money to that exchange. But for now, we're going to be doing it on Bittrex. So once you got your account established, you'll click on wallets right here. So it'll take you, I'll start from the Bitcoin or the Bittrex homepage. So this is the Bittrex homepage. It's got all the coins, their 24-hour rate of change, and so you can see how the market's fluctuating. And if you come up here and go to wallets, that will take you to the different wallets that are available. Now, before you actually put any money into them, there's no wallet that exists. So what you have to do is you have to click the plus button, which is add, or move money to the wallet. And this is Dogecoin. I haven't dealt with Doge before, so I don't have a wallet. I just want to show you. If you click new address, it'll generate a new wallet address for you. Now there's a whole bunch of different names for wallets and wallet addresses. just know that it's going to be a huge string of numbers. I'll give you an example of what mine looks like. You'll click new address. This goes for Bitcoin, Ethereum. The first time you open the wallet, you've got to generate a new address. So if I were to send Bitcoin, you can see if I click generate address and this pops up. Now this address is permanent. This is my Bittrex Bitcoin wallet address. And it's not going to change. That's what it is. And so I could have 500 different wallet addresses, but this wallet has that address. So if I were to send Bitcoin to this wallet address, it would fall into that wallet. It would show up on this account. So this number right here is the number of string of numbers and letters is the actual address. Now, always, 100% of the time, you want to copy and paste or use the QR code right here to get the information. If you don't copy and paste, if you miss one letter or screw up on something throughout that whole long address, the money will be gone. I can't stress that enough. It will be gone. It will go nowhere. No one will have the money, and it will disappear from the wallet you sent it from. So on rare occasions, you can recover that money if it went to nobody's address. But just don't mess with that. Copy and paste. So what we want to do is if we want to send Bitcoin, so again, I double check. So I come over here and I click on the Bitcoin Plus. I can see that I want to add Bitcoin to this wallet so that I can use it on the exchange. I click on the plus button. And then I'm going to copy this address. Just like that. So I copy the address. Or if I'm sending money from my phone, from a wallet on my phone, I can scan the QR code here. And it says depositing tokens to this address other than Bitcoin will result in the funds being lost. So you have to make sure, again, that it's coming from a Bitcoin wallet. And so you copy the address. Then we come over back to our originating location where we're going to send money from. We click on send because we want to send Bitcoin. If we were sending to Coinbase, we can click this button and it will show our Bitcoin address, another big long string of numbers. But we want to click on send because we want to send money from our exchange here, or from Coinbase to Bittrex, and we paste our address in there. Now what I do every single time, because there's such a risk of losing the money if you're not paying attention. If you are paying attention, your money is safe. You cannot lose the money. And so what I do is I double check the last 2 to 3 letters and the first 2 to 3 letters to make sure that they match. So we got 1KU EJU. So I come back over to my Bittrex account and I double check the address for Bitcoin, and it's 1KU EJU. So it matches. So I know that those are correct. I'm not going to double check the whole thing. As long as the first 3 and the last 3 are correct, I know it's the right address. So again, you make sure you're sending Bitcoin and that you are receiving Bitcoin. So once you get those 2 pieces of information, you put the wallet address in here, and you come down here and you can tell it how much you want to send, $3.72. It's probably not going to allow me to actually do this because that's not enough money to actually send. See, it says negative. But if I were to send, because of the fees involved to send the money, if I were to send $100, it would send just fine. And then what you do is once you input this information, you hit continue. Down here it will show you how much of the network fee there is. So here the minimum fee is $4.76. I'm trying to send $3.71. Obviously that's not going to work, and so it's not going to let me send it. But if I hit continue and then confirm, it will send. Now that will go straight over to my Bittrex wallet. Keep in mind the network that this is operating on has a lot of traffic. And so this can take, depending on the currency, it can take a significant amount of time. So Bitcoin at a low point, like if you tried to send it at 3 a.m. in the morning, it may only take 5 to 15 minutes to move from one wallet to the other. And during that time, a lot of times, there's no way to know where it is or how far along it is. And so you just got to trust it that you sent it correctly, and then be patient. Don't let anxiety build up that you don't know where it's at. At high peaks, I've seen it take upwards of 8 hours to move the money. So be aware if you need the money now. Different coins send at different rates. I found that Litecoin, the transactions send rapidly. And so if you need money quickly, Litecoin's a good option. Ethereum sends faster than Bitcoin because there's less money in transactions moving through the market. And so just be aware that when you send it, there's going to be a delay from when you send it to when you receive it. and it takes a certain number of confirmations, upwards of 50 or 60 confirmations, where it goes through and double checks everything to make sure that your money is secure. And when you have a pending transaction coming through, it'll list it down here in pending deposits. It'll list it and how many confirmations are left, and then it'll show up once those confirmations are completed. So that's how you move money onto Bittrex. Next, we're going to talk about how to actually invest in your mid to high cap coins, your low cap coins that you're going to be investing in. So, first of all, now that you've got money in the market, so see I have 0.7 or bunch of zeros, 7685 Bitcoin. I can actually click here on markets. Click on Bittrex. Markets works too. I just don't like the way it's set up. So you click on markets. You can search for whatever coin that you found that you want. And so they have Ethereum markets, Litecoin markets. That's not Litecoin. BITCNY markets, that's the US dollar market, US Tether, and Bitcoin markets. And so depending on the market, certain coins are built off of certain other coins, and so they may not be available in Bitcoin, they're only available in Ethereum. Then you have to trade to Ethereum and then purchase that coin. So what we'll do is I'll purchase a coin right now that I believe may do well. I know that OMG has been doing really, really well. Let's click it. You click on the coin, it's going to give you the charting of how it's been performing. This actually looks like, just off of a quick glance, looks like it could go up. It's at a low point, so we'll buy a little bit of OMG. So what I do is I would recommend you do more research than this. This is just to let you know how it works. But do some research before you purchase. But what you do is you come down here and you say, okay, I want to buy OMS Go. And I have a little bit of Bitcoin available. So I click on max if I want to use all of it, or I can type in all that I want. I click on price, and I click ask. What that does is it puts it in for the going rate right now, the asking price. I can set custom prices. See, I can see that right here it's going for 0.00209369. If I wanted to buy it at a lower price, I could put in a custom price here. I could just write in, say I wanted to put in 0.09. I want to wait till it goes to that because it's at 0.09369. All right, and then I hit buy, and it will ask me to confirm, and I hit confirm. Oh, it's saying I don't have enough money to invest into it. All right, let's move some out here for you so that you can see how this works. So I'll sell a little bit of what I have here, my Komodo. So we're going to sell Komodo at asking price. So here's a little example of how to sell. And we don't want to sell max. Oops. I want to sell 10 of it. And then I'll hit sell Komodo, and it will confirm. I hit yes. And I just put a sell order in. You can see here. And when that sell order is fulfilled, it will show up in green. So if it doesn't show up in green, it means that the order is still pending. And we can click on orders here, and you can see that I have a Komodo order sitting here waiting to be filled. And when someone purchases it, or someone actually wants the Komodo coins and sells Bitcoin for it, then that will disappear and the Bitcoin will be deposited directly into my account. That takes no time. There's no waiting to make that happen. It immediately shows up. And so that's how you trade on Bittrex. You buy and sell with these tabs down here. Once you're into a coin, once it loads, I'll show you again. You click on the coin you want. You come down here to these two boxes. You have your buy box and your sell box, and you put in these values and hit buy or sell. And then that's how you actually get involved with a certain coin, and now you're investing in it. So if that price goes up, you make money. If the price goes down, the value that you had purchased it at loses money. And so that's how you would invest in your low, medium, and high cap coins. And I recommend you just have a diversification, a variety of different coins, so that you don't get involved in one, have it go down, you lose a large chunk of money. Excellent. ICOs are going to be next. We'll talk very briefly on ICOs. Thanks. All right, so here we are at an ICO that's upcoming here in the next 4 or 5 days. It's one that I've looked into. I think it's going to be good. So I wanted to give you a brief explanation using this as an example. So KIN is the name of the company here. Or KIN's the name of the token, the coin, and I believe KIK is the name of the company. And so what we have here, the white paper, is super important. The white paper gives all of the details about the upcoming project, what the point of the coin is that's coming out, what the company is doing. So the white paper really gives you information on whether an ICO is something that you can trust. Now, there have been a lot of ICOs that look legitimate and they turn out not to be. So you want to make sure you do a lot of research on what the company does, and then also on the development team and the founders of the coin and the company. And so you just do a little bit of research on them, make sure that they're someone that's reputable, and that you can trust them. If they have another project that's going really, really well already, generally that means their reputation is more important than taking advantage of a few people, and so they're going to stick with the project. And so there's a lot of ins and outs of ICOs. You can Google it, look up some information about it so that you can best understand how to invest in them. Again, it takes a little more time, effort, and energy to get invested in ICO, but it also can have the greatest reward and payout of any cryptocurrency investing. And so this is their website. And what you would do is it says the ICO isn't open until this time. You can pre-register to buy some of their tokens. A lot of times they just have a button that pops up right when the time hits. You click on the invest button or donate button, I believe is what they generally say. And then it pops up with information on how to invest. It gives you an Ethereum address or a coin address for you to send money to, and then you just follow the instructions and move money from a wallet over to them, and then they give you what's called tokens. Now, generally, Ethereum is what's accepted, and then they provide you with Ethereum tokens onto your Ethereum wallet that you sent money from. And these tokens later will become coins once the coin is created and it enters an exchange. Then those coins can then be traded, and generally, like was stated at the beginning of the video, the coin value will go up if it's a good ICO. It will go up from where you purchased it, so that's how you made money. So, again, do a little research. I'll do another video dedicated specifically to ICOs so you can get a more in-depth information on how they work. Please make sure that you do your research and that you don't just go investing in any ICO that's available, because a lot of people lose a lot of money because people are so excited about the potential of making money. So that's the little bit that I'm going to share with ICOs today. If you've got questions on certain ICOs or questions about ICOs in general, post them in the comments below. I'd love to answer your questions. If you have questions about anything that we've discussed today, anything, I would love to answer your questions. Post in the comments below and I will get right back to you.